Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and I hope the audio is pretty okay, guys. People, I am having some audio setting things. They just keep changing. I don't know why. Maybe I just have to get a new computer. My computer's 2 years and 4 months old, but we're just going to give this a go right here because this is pretty important. Project Veritas just announced a new CEO, Hannah Giles, and you're going to know who she is when we show this video here. And Bobby Kennedy just put out a video that he is running on truth. This is an email Team Kennedy sent out June 10th. Today is June 11th. And running on truth, the promise of America. Bobby Kennedy, he would never lie to you. Okay, we'll see about that, but let's listen to Hannah here.
Hi, I'm Hannah Giles, and I've just been named CEO of Project Veritas. You might remember me as the 20-year-old reporter who wore a sarong and stilettos in the landmark Acorn investigation. I'm the journalist who originally conceived and developed the idea for the undercover Acorn video investigation, which I later executed in 2009 with fellow investigative journalist James O'Keefe. After that, I went on to found the American Phoenix Foundation, where I trained hundreds of college and citizen journalists around the country. My journalism has received national and international coverage and awards. I also owned a community transformation consulting firm that grew to over 450 employees. I took a sabbatical to build a sustainable farm that's been featured in Men's Health magazine in Edible Austin and to raise my 3 children that I homeschool. I enjoy painting, drawing, raising packs of livestock guardian dogs, and training with my personal protection canines. The recent void in leadership at Project Veritas has led us to today. The Project Veritas team is the most creative and mission-driven team I've ever seen. I'm honored and humbled to now lead this team into a new era. At Project Veritas, we are more committed than ever to producing stories that expose the stubborn false narratives that plague our society. The team has done some incredible reporting lately, exposing pedophiles, telling the truth about the medical professionals pushing hormone blockers and gender transition drugs to children as young as 8 years old. Congress and state legislators are responding to this investigative reporting in dramatic ways. With your support and my core vision on what needs to be done, Project Veritas will shine light into the darkest corners and will continue to resurrect great journalism. Courage has always defined Project Veritas. Now, I'm honored to join their fight for truth.
Okay, so Project Veritas, you kind of got to give it to him. That is quite the clever person that they brought in to replace O'Keefe. O'Keefe's partner who this is where he really got his springboard here, and he brings in the lady that got it for him, helped him get it, and now Hannah is all about being sustainable, at least on a personal farm level. And the stories that they're putting out, they are impacting legislatures, either at the national or the state level. Either one is good. And Hannah, wants to continue on with the mission. She is proud to now be a leader over here at Project Veritas. So we'll see. We'll see how sustainable she is, because as we all know, actually, in like a week or two, we are at Project Veritas's 4-year anniversary of refusing to expose every fraudulent environmental voice out there, which is everyone, and it includes, unfortunately, I can say this, Bobby Kennedy. Do I want to say that? No. I would love to say, oh my God, and Bobby Kennedy stepped right up to the plate, when his brother Joe, I'm assuming, told him, or when he was on when he tried to get on a chairlift with me and was stopped by Vail's top management, but they rode up behind me, and Bobby could have, at the top of the lift, I did kind of ski off, but he could have made an effort. Eileen, hold up, okay? I would have held up. Okay, but Bobby has no interest. And unfortunately, I can say that. And it's really true. So, I let Hannah know that. That video was put out on 3 days ago. Today's Sunday. It was put out on the 9th, I believe. Maybe it was Thursday night they put that out. But on, let me see right here. On the 9th, that's when I said, oh, hey, get this to Hannah. Now, who else is on this distribution? Well, Project Veritas, the Children's Health Defense, Bobby's organization, OKEEFE, Bobby Kennedy, and so I tell Hannah, the entire environmental industry needs to be exposed. Project Veritas is approaching its 4-year anniversary of censoring this, and I give her the video to watch, and you can read what's in this email here. But I say now, do your job. And will she? Well, we'll see. But here on the 10th, yesterday, Saturday, this is to Kennedy's campaign, Project Veritas, Children's Health Defense, InfoWars, O'Keefe, Mike Adams, Glenn Greenwald, Rebel News, Lisa Haven, Restricted Republic, Alex Newman, Gore's office, Greg Hunter, Sean at the SGT report, which Mike Adams just gave Sean some grants because Sean's a truth teller, except no one will. Gates Foundation, I'm not sure, McKibben, the head of 350, 60 Minutes, Greta in the UN offices, okay, just, proof to Hannah, look at the distribution. Many independent truth media who will not report the truth, neither has Project Veritas. And so, then I explain how I met Bobby and, didn't meet Bobby and how he's been preventing this, and he's, and Gore, just a little summary there, and I show her this is the email Bobby had sent out that day, and so, I just say this is, what's not being done. You can just read what's here, and I'm like, so, let's get to it, and we will see. And then what I did was I sent her a bunch of the videos that I have put out about O'Keefe and Project Veritas not doing their job. And I say, the Pitbull Project Veritas lawyers have not and never will tell me to stop saying this because they can't. It's true. And so today, on June 11th here, as always, get this to Hannah, and this is pretty much the same distribution as the last email there. But I remind her, and so that no one will tell this truth. The world needs it just to even save us from environmental tyranny. And I put, here, Children's Health Defense has absolutely gotten this to Bobby's assistant. Okay, so Bobby's plausible deniability. Now here's Gore in 95, 98, 99. And then, they can check out this court case here. They can go check it out. They can see that Sundance has admitted that this is all true. They're all frauds. And Gore's correspondence to me, and, stop bothering me. Why are you bothering Gore? He's not interested in solutions. This is 2017. Gore's correspondence, just stop bothering me. Gore is not going to do solutions. So, I tell her, Hannah, do your job. But, we will see. But Project Veritas now has a new face, and she's kind of an old face. She is, the person that helped give O'Keefe his big springboard. This really was his big first break and piece that got him a lot of publicity. So that's pretty funny that Project Veritas brings her in to be the top person, and she's sustainable, but will she actually care about the environment, care from keeping us from environmental tyranny, this social credit score and just everything else that they're trying to input? Bobby, in this email here, he's running on truth, and he, of course, talks about, he spent his entire career, over 3 decades, in the trenches fighting for the environment. No, he hasn't. See what Bobby is forgetting, omitting, is that for 3 decades, while Bobby has been doing some Mickey Mouse legal action, whose end result is a gazillion times less than what Bobby has been refusing to achieve. And the world needs to know that. Because if the world doesn't know that, this is truly election interference at this point in time. Whoever is running against Bobby, and Bobby's out there proclaiming greatness that he isn't worthy of environmentally, other people shouldn't have to do that. Now, are the other people grand? No, they're not. But Bobby's putting himself above them. And Bobby's environmental work is absolutely embarrassing. Yeah, he cleaned up the Hudson, but he has refused to clean up every other river simply by enacting solutions that would actually clean up every other river in our land, in our air, in our plastic problems, and everything else. And greenhouse gas emissions would be reduced significantly just by implementing the solutions the world needs. And Bobby is looking to go to the White House, and Bobby has no intention of giving the world the best that there is. And I say in these emails, and I say them in emails to Bobby, somewhere in here, I say, the American people, the world, they need to decide what they want to embark on. We can't just let Bobby proclaim like he's doing great things, but he's not. And he's refusing to tell people what it is he isn't doing. Right here, in this email let me see, that I sent yesterday on June 10th. I put here, the American voters need this truth, and not doing so, not exposing Bobby and everyone else is election interference, and I tell her that all these environmental voices, Gore, Redford, McKibben, all of them, they're robbing the public of their donation dollars, and the tyranny based on we don't have solutions, we do, just no one will allow them. So, Project Veritas has a new leader, a new leader who is O'Keefe's ex-partner in crime, and she's sustainable, and we will see if Hannah Giles cares about the environment at all, and if she will do her job and expose the entire fraudulent environmental industry. Otherwise, I say, maybe a judge will order you to, because Project Veritas just sued O'Keefe. And what that did was it gave me O'Keefe's new business name, because, O'Keefe Media Group is not registered as O'Keefe Media Group, but since they put their court filing out there, I found what O'Keefe is really listed under. So now I have to get the time to finish up a lawsuit. There's still a lot of hours ahead of me. And also what happened, I'm going to do a video about it, is the youth climate case is going forward, and I have to try to get to that judge too. And all of this came down at about the same time, right when my computer decided to give me some system problems. But we will see if the new boss is going to be like the old boss, or if the new boss will actually care about sustainability and care about solutions and care about exposing an entire and fraudulent industry. So stay tuned, people.